The house still carried the warm fragrance of wedding flowers. The lights, the colors, the laughter from the last few days, all of it still lingered like a soft memory floating in the air. Laiba had just entered her new home as the family's new bride. Pretty, shy, graceful, with quiet eyes that held both innocence and mystery, she was everything anyone imagined a perfect bride to be. But what no one knew was that behind her soft smiles, Laiba carried an inner silence, something she herself didn't fully understand. Ever since she arrived, she felt a particular gaze on her. A gaze that never disrespected, never crossed a line, yet affected her more than it should. That gaze belonged to Ayan, her Devar. 21 years old, tall, confident without trying, handsome without effort. Ayan had looked at her once during the wedding, and since that moment, something inside him had shifted. He didn't know what it was. He didn't name it. He couldn't. He only knew that whenever Laiba walked into a room, his world grew quieter. Days passed slowly. Laiba settled into her role in the household, waking early to prepare breakfast, decorating small corners of the home, learning everyone's habits. She was soft-spoken, always composed, but Ayan saw something in her eyes that no one else noticed. A quiet loneliness, a silent longing, or perhaps a world she kept hidden. And every evening, when she arranged the flowers in the living room, Ayan always found himself standing nearby, pretending to look for something else, watching her as she placed each petal with delicate care. One evening, everything changed. The family had gone out to visit a relative. Laiba's husband, Wasim, had left for a late office meeting. Only Laiba and Ayan remained at home. The silence that filled the house felt different today, deep enough to hear your own heartbeat. Laiba stood in the living room adjusting a garland of roses. Ayan walked in quietly, leaning against the door. "The flowers, they're facing the wrong way," he said softly. Laiba turned too quickly, her fingers slipping. A thorn caught her skin and she flinched. "Where?" she asked, avoiding his eyes. Ayan stepped closer and gently rotated the flower she had placed. For a moment, his fingers brushed hers. It was nothing, just a touch. But for both of them, something inside shifted. Laiba pulled her hand back quickly, her voice trembling. "Ayan, you're making me uncomfortable." Ayan didn't move back. His tone wasn't teasing today. It was sincere, almost raw. "No, Bhabhi, I'm not trying to. I just needed to talk to you." Laiba swallowed hard. "Someone might see." "Not today," Ayan said. "There's no one home." He regretted saying it as soon as the words left his lips. Not because they were wrong, but because of how true they felt. Laiba hesitated, then softly said, "What do you want to say?" Ayan's eyes softened. "Yesterday, when you smiled while arranging these flowers, it felt like the whole room lit up." Laiba finally looked at him. His eyes were calm, unafraid, holding an honesty that forced her to stand still. Laiba whispered, "Ayan, this isn't right." "I know," he said quietly. "But it doesn't stop what I feel." Laiba didn't answer. Her heart was beating too fast for words. Ayan took one more step toward her, slow, unsure, but pulled by something he couldn't fight. "I don't know why I can't stay away from you," he said, his voice unsteady for the first time. Laiba's breath caught. "Ayan, please, tell me to leave," he said. "Tell me you feel nothing. I'll walk away." Laiba opened her mouth, but no words came out. Ayan looked into her eyes, searching for the truth she herself couldn't admit. "You feel it too," he whispered. Laiba's heartbeat was loud in her ears. She wanted to deny it. She wanted to stop him. She wanted to protect every boundary she had promised to keep. But when Ayan gently touched her hand, only lightly, Laiba didn't pull away. "Ayan, this is wrong," she repeated weakly. "Wrong," he said, "only if your heart says so." Laiba closed her eyes for a moment, struggling with the storm inside her. He was her Devar, her husband's younger brother, her family now, someone she should treat like a child, even though he was far from one. But there was no childishness in the way he looked at her. No immaturity in the way he understood her silence. No disrespect in the way he stood close, careful, cautious, waiting. She opened her eyes slowly. He was right there. Her voice came out barely above a whisper. "Ayan, why does your presence affect me?" Ayan's breath trembled. "Because you're the first person to make my world feel complete, and the first person I can't have." Laiba felt something inside her break, quietly, peacefully, painfully. She stepped back, but Ayan followed without touching her. Just one moment, he said. Only one. If you allow. Laiba didn't answer. Her silence was answer enough. Ayan gently lifted his hand to touch her cheek, softly, respectfully, like someone touching something sacred. His fingers brushed her skin, and Laiba felt a warmth spread through her that she had been denying since the day she came into this home. Laiba's breath hitched. Ayan, this is a mistake. Then let me make this one mistake, he whispered. Laiba didn't stop him. And in that quiet living room filled with fading wedding decorations, two hearts crossed a line neither of them had planned to cross. Ayan stepped even closer, and Laiba didn't move. Their breaths mixed, their silence deepened, and the world outside their moment simply disappeared. The sound of a car door outside shattered the silence. Laiba gasped and stepped away. Ayan immediately turned his face, running a hand through his hair to calm himself. Within seconds, the spell was gone. But the impact remained, deep, unforgettable. When the family walked in, Laiba greeted them with her usual soft smile, and Ayan acted like nothing had happened. But both knew the truth. That moment had changed them. That moment had bound them. That moment had awakened a desire neither could erase. And now, every step they took, every glance exchanged, every breath shared, carried the weight of a silent, forbidden love that had already taken root.